What's up, guys? Alex Chris Martin here. Welcome to the video. Today I really want to talk to you guys about something that I think is really important in lifting. Always talking about important things. We're never wasting your time here. And we're going to talk about the deadlift. The deadlift, I think, is something that people really like to overlook. I think that it's probably the least done lift out of the big three. You know, I think it gets a really bad rap just because of the fact that if you do it improperly, just like any other lift, you can injure yourself. So today I really just kind of want to talk about how important it is, kind of go over basic form and stuff like that. In the video you're watching right now, I'm doing what's called the sumo style. All it means is you're taking a wider stance and your grip is between your legs. Just changes the range of motion a little bit, shifts emphasis more into the hip extension, so into the glute area. So I think the deadlift is really important because, and in essence, it builds up your entire posterior chain. So we're talking your glutes, your hamstring, your lower back, your mid-back, your rhomboids, your lower lats. It even incorporates, gets your traps and your neck a little bit, depending on how you pull it and what you do at the very peak of the contraction. Even your calves, there's a muscle that runs all the way down from your hamstring to your calf. And it's just such a really important movement, and it transverses well into other lifts. So like, you know, if you're doing a barbell row and you have to support yourself upwards so that you can try to be parallel with the ground, and like really be hinged at the hip, it really helps you to stay straight and stay tight that entire time. Because, you know, if you're doing barbell rows with, let's say, 135, but you can deadlift, you know, 315 for a couple reps, then holding up that 135 in that position isn't going to be very hard. So I think it really transverses well, because if you couldn't pull that 315, or say you did deadlift, that could be something that's holding you back from, you know, improving your lats, your rhomboids, and your traps and your rows, because you couldn't support yourself like that. The deadlift also translates well into the squat, because in the squats you also go through the pattern of hip extension. Hip extension, all that means is that your hips come through and your glutes flex at the end of the contraction. So the very top of the motion, if you'll look when you do a squat, same thing happens. Hips are down and back, and then they come up and they're squeezed and they're activated. Guys, the glutes are such an important muscle that also get overlooked, and something that's kind of funny too is they're also a huge imbalance. Like we talked about in the last video, is people are normally sitting on them all the time, sitting in a position just like I am right now, and so they get super tight, and then the hip flexors, the opposite of the glute, and your lower abdominals kind of in that area gets super tight because you're always sitting parallel with the ground. So I do prefer the conventional style of pull, but during this training block I just did the sumo style just to mix it up a little bit. I think it's really important to be good at both, or to get a footing for both. I'm still learning the sumo. If you guys watch, I'm really trying to focus on staying upright the entire time and making the motion one smooth movement. It's still a little bit foreign to me, but I think I'm getting the hang of it. But I really just thought I'd take this video, just kind of explain to you guys why I think the deadlift is actually so important. And I did some other stuff for legs this day, but I just wanted to end this video with a really quick clip of something I've been doing for my gluteus medius and minimus, a muscle group that's missed a lot of the times. Again, we go back to that muscular imbalance thing, and it's just some side lying leg abductions out here doing some what's the word? Aerobics. Doing strengthening the hips up, guys. It's really just gonna loosen them. Those are another muscle that gets locked all the time because most of the time your leg's not moving in that plane of motion. Also think about the planes of motions when you're lifting, guys. Hope this video helped. Hope you learned something. Hope you go out there and deadlift and build those glutes, build those hamstrings, make sweet love to that bar. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yes, Lord.
That was a tough one.
Yeah. Tried to tell niggas in 2012, nigga, working hand to hand and no avail. Volume 1 was too heavy for you frail niggas, so I got lean like codeine and pills. It's the visionary in the vintage Chevy. It's been a while, but wow, you still care. Free Nash till they pass out obituaries in bold caps. Your bitch ass was not there. And I could do anything but move backwards. The hardest thing is to keep from being distracted. My big sister still claiming me on the taxes. Tell Uncle Sam I just need a second to add this. Gave my mama 10 racks and she packed and went to Chumash with it. Could triple the worth and gave me half of it. Half of it I tucked in the back of the air mattress. A quarter stash was stashed.